Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest in Seattle, Portland, Salem, and Eugene, and we have a lot of events online right now. We interview our practitioners and our vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Aine of SerenWitchery. Aine, it's great to be with you.
Hi,
Yay.
thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. Well, tell us, what is it that you offer at our online fairs?
For the online fairs, what I offer is sample readings. I have a minimum of 15 minutes. I charge $1 an hour. So $15 gets you a 15-minute reading. I also provide Reiki samples as well. I can do quick attunements in 15 minutes, can't do anything in depth, but very, can help some. I also sell essential oils and stuff like that people might want to be able to purchase. So.
It's great. Well, tell me a little bit more about your readings. Like, what is the flavor of readings that you do?
I do tarot and crystal ball as well. However, online, you can't really see the crystal ball, but I will, if you ask for a tarot reading, I will show you the cards as we go through the reading. I also, will record the session for people if they'd like to have it to look at again later to see what their development is doing or if they're still stuck in the same place.
Great, great. Did people come with, are there like typical questions that people come with? Is it a whole like range of things? Like what?
It's a range of things. I'm also a medium as well as a psychic. So sometimes a lot of people may come to me because they really, want to talk to someone who's crossed over or passed away. I have everything from where is my life going? I'm at a fork in a road. Do I go left? Do I go right? Just a whole range of things.
Wow. And so the Reiki, so you do distance Reiki with people online sometimes?
I do distance Reiki with people right now because of COVID-19. But once everything starts going back to baseline, I think that I'll be able to do one-on-ones where you would come and lay on the massage table, and it would be more one-on-one personal time with each other.
Yeah. Well, maybe do you want to tell us a little bit about what the deeper sessions are like with you too, so people get a sense of what else is possible with you after an event?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A deeper session of Reiki, what I do is I really look at those chakras. You can have traumas or judgments that were really harshly put on you at a certain point in your life, and that can actually lock that injury into that chakra. There are some times that I will have to talk to a client about doing what's called chakra surgery, is what I refer to it as. And it's where I go in and I actually look at the chakra, and if it's shattered or broken, I help put it back together energetically, making sure that it's one piece again and that you're not leaking all over. And I kind of think of it almost as an orchestra when I'm working on person. So your tubas are way out of tune and your violins are way too loud. So I go in and kind of balance it all out so that it feels a lot better.
And how about the readings? Are there flavors of different deeper readings that you do?
There are some readings can actually lead to chakra blockages that the person had not noticed before. Sometimes readings can really take you into a place of personal growth and development and really challenge beliefs and ideas that you currently hold, but that as you hold them, you're kind of looking at those thoughts going, this doesn't seem quite to fit me, but during a reading it can take you to a place where it can give you information or help you to find resources that you're looking for to get that information.
Yeah. I know as we're talking, I'm just thinking of more and more questions, and we didn't prepare all this, so I don't know. Are there particular cards that you use? Like, do you have a favorite deck, or do you have several, or like, do you have any you could show us if you have them? And yeah.
I do. I use a very specific deck. It is called the Celtic Fairy Wicca deck. It is from Ireland. It is one of a kind. Well, the printing, there's hundreds of thousands out there, but there's only one deck like it.
Yeah.
I use those. I've used them. They're the only deck that I own that enjoys interacting with other people. I find that I have a few tarot decks that I'm like, you want it? And I mean, I don't even get what I want out. I get, you want it? And I hear, no, thank you. So, but this one is the first deck that I ever did readings for as I was learning my craft and as I was developing my own skills. This deck has morphosized with me to become more clear in certain things. Like I look at a card now and it gives me an entire story of what I need to look at as far as a reading so I can translate it and make it more transformative for the person getting the information.
Yeah.
I can get
Oh
some of the
yeah.
cards.
I can pause for a second. Go get it.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right, we got them. I'm excited.
So I always keep my tarot cards wrapped up in material that has black on the inside. Keeps everyone's energy from impacting it and messing up the energetic readings that I can get from people. So this deck has several cards that other tarot decks do not have. And this is one of those cards.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the hazel wand. And what it does is basically represents the magician inside the person and learning to focus that to do what you want, more honing your skills than just having skills, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
Yes.
One of my favorites, let's see if I can find it. The staffs are different in this deck. They're actually, because some of it is in Gaelic, it's actually tines are staffs. But this is an example of one of them.
Oh wow.
And so instead of staffs or rods, they're called tines in this deck. Little interesting information about this deck. It also has princes and princes. So it has both princesses and princes, sorry. And this was the picture on the front of the tarot deck when I first was told to go find one. And I fell in love with this card. When I started reading the book and learning about it, I realized that this is a symbol for Leo, and I am a Leo. And so that's why this card deck really called to me and is just I use it all the time, every day almost. So I really enjoy them.
Great. It's great. I love the artwork. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, the artwork's beautiful and very, very Celtic in orange. And like this is 18 on the major arcana. But
Yeah, great.
yeah.
So when you do the 15-minute reading, do you do fewer cards, and then when you do a deeper reading, you do more cards, or do you just read simple parts of a longer?
Yes.
Okay.
The 15-minute reading is basically a paragraph, whereas the longer reading is more of a chapter or two. So
Great. And you mentioned that you also got your crystal ball when you went to go get your cards.
I have my girl here. I was gifted this in our culture. We believe that some of your most important magical gifts should be gifted to you. And this is my crystal ball. So when I give crystal ball readings, I have to remind people that this is not the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. You're not going to see a head pop up on it. It's not going to talk to you. I've had children.
The stories we've been taught, yeah.
Disappointed, they're like, really? And I'm like, wait. So what this does is help me focus my energy, and it allows my spirit guides to give me basically pictures or videos that I can watch that help me to interpret the energetic energy. Bella is a very odd crystal ball because she also loves to aid in chakra healings. She will actually pull the chakra into it and show me where chunks are missing, what the color truly is. Is it murky? Is it clear? Is it bright? Is it dark? If something's missing, I know the size of it and how big. The bigger the piece that's missing, the more of the trauma that the client has experienced.
I'm just impressed just from the angle that I'm at, the view I'm getting of how clear she is. Because as you turn her, like the image is so stable.
Yes.
Wow.
She's one of my favorite tools to use.
Sweet. Oh,
So
that's great. That's great. Oh, wow. All right, let's see. Is there anything you want to share just about how you started in all this? Like how you
I started my business as a high priestess and a witch. I had several students coming to me and asking me questions about how can I do this faster? Because in a lot of witchcraft, you use a lot of protections so that but you don't always have time to go around and set up sacred space and light all the candles and do everything that we're trained to do. And I was like, well, I can make you a spray that can do it, and it kind of went from there. I also had a class for my students on how to make your own essential oil potions. And one of those students actually ended up making a recipe, which is one of our best sellers, and it's called Serendipity. And I've worn it. It works. I can attest to it. I've gotten contracts by just simply putting it on before I go into an awkward place and meet somebody who's actually looking for someone. So I also have protection sprays that can go in the air, and there's also roll-ons. So if you want it closer to you, you can use it that way too. They're all natural. They're sustainable. We do a tremendous amount of resource. We locally source through several agencies in this area as much as possible.
and you're
So,
talking
and we
about
have
the
very,
Northwest? The
mhm,
Northwest or even more local?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
no, the whole Northwest. I try to keep it in the Pacific Northwest area, and I try to use local as often as possible.
Yeah. Great, great. Well, if people want to connect with you and learn more about you online, where do they go?
Uh, www.SerenWitchery.com.
It's great. And spell it for people, please. So they
Sure. SerenWitchery.com.
great, great. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you. I'm so excited to connect with your work more and more.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited about finally being able to pull this all together and join this time. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
It's great. It's great. So for those of you watching and listening, you can learn more about us at MeWeFairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you.